The United Auto Workers could be on strike as soon as next Friday, and that would impact production in the U.S. nearly immediately, but it could also ground production in Mexico, a key manufacturing center for the Big Three. Phil LeBeau joins me now with how the union might use that leverage. Phil?
John, we're less than 3 weeks away from September 15th, which would be the first day that we theoretically could see a strike by the United Auto Workers. There are approximately 150,000 members between General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis. And last week, as you mentioned before the break, they voted overwhelmingly to authorize their leadership to call for a strike if there's no negotiation or an agreement on a contract by midnight on the 14th. What does that mean for production in Mexico? Well, keep in mind that Mexico plants for GM, Stellantis, and Ford, they're not under UAW representation. However, despite that fact, as you take a look at their production, which is about 20% of North American volume overall for the Big Three, keep in mind that they receive key components in Mexico from north of the border, from UAW shops, engines, transmissions. And ultimately, if some of those plants are cut down because of a strike, or if there's a strike that limits no production, well, then you would see production ultimately stop or be severely limited out of Mexico. And the bottom line is that whether it's something like the Ram 1500 pickup truck, Chevy Silverado, the Ford Bronco, these vehicles would not be flowing from Mexico here to the United States. And ultimately, most believe within a matter of 5 or 6 days, you would see Mexico production grind to a halt. And again, it depends on if there is a strike and where is the strike at. Is it across the entire automaker, or is it only at key plants? You take a look at shares of GM, Ford, and Stellantis. We've talked about this for some time, John. They are looking for a 40% pay raise. Nobody knows if they're going to ultimately get a portion of that, how much of that they're going to get. But they're asking for a lot, and it goes beyond the pay raise. It goes to cost of living adjustments, 32-hour work week, other guarantees that they want built into this contract. I think that most people are looking at September 15th and they're saying, okay, likelihood is we're probably going to see a strike of some sort.
These are asks that would have seemed unthinkable a decade ago. And I just wonder, should a strike happen? And it looks right now, who knows how long it would be, but it seems like you're saying the likelihood is that a strike will happen. How big are the economic ripple effects of a potential strike here? When we're talking suppliers, we're talking community impacts that are different from what you would see with a UPS.
Sure. Well, yeah, especially in the upper Midwest. That's where you would see the biggest impact. You can only immediately look at the Big Three, and it's somewhere in the range of between $450 and $770 million every week, depending on the automaker. And if they are completely shut down, or are they only hitting one automaker and the other two continue their production? So it's hard to say at this point where the impact is beyond the automakers. But no doubt, there is a huge ripple effect beyond the auto industry if there is a strike.
Yeah, it seems particularly for this industry. Phil LeBeau on the case as always.